They say the road trip stories you never tell are the ones that stay with you forever. The night was darker than usual when David Miller, a 32-year-old salesman, drove along Highway 45. His GPS had lost signal, his phone battery was nearly dead, and the endless stretch of forest on either side gave him the unsettling sense that he was the only soul alive on the road. That's when he saw the neon sign flickering in the distance. Willow Creek Motel, vacancy. Relieved, he pulled in. The parking lot was empty, except for one rusty pickup that looked like it hadn't been moved in years. Inside the lobby, the air smelled of mold and dust. Behind the counter sat an old man with pale, sunken eyes. His name tag read Henry. "Room for one?" David asked. Henry's lips curled into a thin smile. "Of course, but just so you know, nobody ever stays longer than one night here." David laughed nervously, thinking it was a joke. He signed the registry. Strangely, the last entry in the guest book was dated 1979. Henry handed him a brass key with the number 7 engraved on it. Room 7 was at the far end of the hallway. The wallpaper peeled at the edges, the carpet smelled damp, and the lamp flickered like it was struggling to stay alive. David threw his bag on the bed, planning to sleep a few hours before continuing his drive. But the moment he turned off the lights, he heard it. Footsteps. Slow. Heavy. Coming from the hallway. He got up, opened the door, no one there. Just silence. Back in bed, he tried again to sleep. But now, the footsteps were inside the room. When he snapped on the lamp, the sound stopped. The chair in the corner had moved, slightly closer to the bed. Above the dresser hung a cracked mirror. David noticed something odd. When he looked into it, the reflection of the chair was empty, even though he could see it in the room. He leaned closer. His own reflection stared back, but its eyes were wrong. Too dark. Too wide. And then, it smiled, though David hadn't. Panicked, he grabbed a blanket and tossed it over the mirror. That's when the phone rang. The room phone. He picked up. Static hissed. Then a voice, low and raspy, whispered. "Don't look in the mirror after midnight." The line went dead. David froze. His watch read 11:57 p.m. The ticking clock grew louder. Each second felt like a hammer in his skull. At exactly midnight, the lamp flickered and died, plunging the room into darkness. The blanket slipped off the mirror. And his reflection was gone. David's heart pounded. He backed toward the door, fumbling for the key. But the knob wouldn't turn. He kicked, pulled, screamed, nothing. The room was sealing him in. From the mirror came a sound, knuckles tapping the glass. Once. Twice. Then faster. When he finally looked, he wished he hadn't. His reflection had returned. But it wasn't him anymore. Its face was pale, lips stretched ear to ear, eyes completely black. It lifted its hand, and from the inside of the glass, it pointed at him. Then it stepped forward, pressing against the mirror, cracking it, as though trying to push through. Someone banged on his door from the hallway. Desperate, David shouted. "Help! Please, open it!" The banging stopped. Then Henry's voice came, calm and cold. "It's your last night, son. Don't fight it. They've chosen you." The mirror shattered. Glass rained across the floor. Something crawled out, his reflection, but not human anymore. Its skin hung loosely, its movements jerky, unnatural. It grinned and whispered in a voice that sounded like his own, yet hollow. "I've been waiting to take your place." It lunged. When dawn broke, the sun lit the motel parking lot. The old rusty pickup was gone. In its place was David's sedan. Henry shuffled into the lobby, opened the guest book, and with a crooked smile, added a new entry. David Miller, checked in. Never checked out. In room 7, the cracked mirror had repaired itself. And if you looked closely, you could see David inside it. Banging. Screaming. just like all the others who had stayed their last night at Willow Creek Motel. Sometimes the cheapest, most convenient stop in life comes at the deadliest cost. Trust your instincts, because some doors, once entered, never let you leave.